Hello, everyone. Welcome to our regularly scheduled Cyberpunk, but tonight is a very special episode as we are doing a flashback to a time when the famous game Last Man Standing hadn't been released yet, and we will meet our guest for tonight. But before we begin, I would just like to thank all of our sponsors here on Wandering DM, starting with Mage and Press, the makers of 5th edition D&D supplements. Check them out at store.mageandpress.com, and also be sure to check out Roll20, the virtual platform that we use here to play all of our games at Wandering DM, and also Found Familiar, the best coffee company in the world, and incidentally also a meta sponsor of our game. And who would I be if I didn't talk about Talsorian? Thank you so much to our Talsorian Games for one, creating this game, and second, to have provided us with the rules ahead of the curve so we could showcase them to everyone. And now that the books are out, you can go either order your physical book at artalsoriangames.com or go through Drive-Thru RPG to get a PDF copy. And if you have a friendly local gaming store near you, you should go and check them out. If they are part of the Bits and Mortar program, not only will you get the physical book, but you will also get a PDF of the book for free. That said, I am Simon at Wandering DM, but you know me. Let's go around the table, introduce our cast for this evening. We'll begin with the person on my left on the overlay, and we will keep our guest for last, of course. So, Trins, who are you?
Okay. Hey everyone, you know me. I'm at Durgeon on Twitter, or Praxcorth has me before. You just see me around on Twitch, and I get to be Trins, your friendly neighborhood mechanic who can definitely make it go to 11 and fixes everything. I can fix it all.
Up next is Mr. White.
Evening, Joombas. My name is Chris Geary. You can find me at Chris Geary on Twitter and in the chat. I am playing Mr. White, aka Dr. Frost, as I normally do. This is a bit of a flashback, so we'll see a different, maybe a little different tenor to his attitude.
And our last regular player, X.
How's it going, everyone? My name's Zanino. I use he and pronouns, and this campaign I play Carlton Batista, also known as Jimenez, also known as Justice Mime, also uses he him pronouns, and right now is dating Trins, but they haven't really made it official. It's sort of like something they just don't talk about what they do. It's weird.
It's in the early beginnings, yep. And keeping the best for last, our guest for this evening. Hi, who are you and how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. Rob Mulligan. I'm the founder of Cyberpunk Uncensored. You can check me out on Twitter under Mulligan101, or you can hit up cyberpunkuncensored.com. But tonight I'll be playing Raven, the solo, which is actually a character that my wife plays in our weekly stream of Cyberpunk Red. Raven, she's, sexy, aggressive, upfront, not scared to get into battle. She's definitely equipped with almost every weapon you can think of, but she did sell herself to get those weapons to a corporation called Zerafa. So that's the downside of it. But she's a badass, and I'm glad to be here with you guys.
All right. So, for those of you who follow our show normally, this will take place before our third story arc, before the release of this murderous game that's taken Night City by force. Not by force, but anyway, it's taken over Night City residents. The group will have gotten back from Nevada a few days ago, and will be, resting from all the action that happened and the inevitable ultimatum that Arasaka gave them. And we will zoom in on the streets of Night City, closer to the southern part of town, where a lone figure is decidedly walking in the direction of to us, a familiar truck. Raven, you have heard of a man who knows the southern parts of Night City quite well. He's a weapons dealer, even advertises himself as such, has no fear of anyone who could try to rob him. The guy's name's Nightjack, and he is a purveyor of fine weaponry. But also, as a traveling salesman, as he likes to call himself, Nightjack knows a lot about the surrounding area and a few of the outer streets of the combat zone. You know your friend Lola was taken south of the south of the city, still within city limits. But aside from that, you have next to no clue.
Right. Yeah, I'd like to, go up to him and introduce myself. So I've heard a lot about you, and I heard you know these areas well.
Well, you could say I'm a local expert in everything Night City, but that would be about 10% of a brag. Before he continues, Nightjack takes a look at you. Would you mind describing what Nightjack sees to all of our viewers?
Yeah, Raven's pretty much armored up with some flak, but it's in the shape of a kind of a one bodysuit, all blacked out. She's got an assault rifle strapped on a sling, a shotgun strapped on a sling, a very heavy pistol in sight, a sword on the back. Those are the visible weapons. She has cyber eyes, skin tax, tech hair. Right now it's got some vibrant purples and blacks in it, and the eyes are pretty red. She's kind of intense right now because she's on a mission, pretty much, you know.
Nightjack looks and notes each of your weapons in turn and whistles. And I can't whistle tonight, so he whistles in appreciation, and says, "But I don't suppose you come here to ask me where the nearest fast food joint is."
No, not at all. I'm coming to you because, I heard you know the area well, and I'm hoping that's true. I'm searching for somebody, a missing girl, a friend of mine, named Lola. She's part of the Willow Sisterhood. Have you heard anything about her?
The Willow Sisterhood. Doesn't ring a bell. Who are they?
They're a female gang that I'm friends with, and she's been a childhood friend. I've known her forever. Probably one of the few people I trust. But there's an upcoming booster gang. I'm not even sure of the name. They're that new, and I guess they're trying to make a name for themselves or something. But apparently they took Lola, is what I'm hearing. But I don't know much else, and my normal team is all on their side hustles. I can't ask my corporation for help because they treat me like a number. I'm kind of owned by Zarafa, so I'm here hoping you can point me in the right direction.
I don't want to thread on Corpo's ground, so you sure they're not gonna come after me or anything if I try to help you? This doesn't go against whatever contract they have on you or whatnot?
No, they don't care about me. They only call me when they need me. Other than that, they could care less what I do.
Alright, those are some good news. Yeah, Never met the Willow Sisterhood, but the way you talk about her seems like family. And if there's anything that's important around these parts, it's family, 'cause... Well, shit, those are all that we have. I mean, my family is all in the back here. Made of steel and plastic and a few explosives. But,
Lola's the only family I have, so it's important to me. I hope you can understand that.
I do. I really do. Look, if it's a new gang, chances are they're probably hiding somewhere in the safer parts of the combat zone. I doubt they'd go any deeper. Place is still a mess, but I know of a few people who might give you a hand. They've been in and out of the zone a couple times, and well, they're good customers, but I'd say we go even a little higher. We're good pals. We're buddies. We're chums, as it were. And you tell them Nightjack sent you, they'll do everything they can to help.
I really appreciate that.
Hey, no problem. Everything for family, right?
Yeah. And, if this works out and they help me, I'll be indebted to you. I really appreciate that. So if you need help, feel free to call on me. And
Oh, shit.
I'll give him the contact info.
He readily, either do you write it down or do you give it to him, do you just tell them where to find you?
Yeah, I'll just tell them where to find me. I stay in South Night City. I'll tell them the district and such, and just, everyone in that area knows Raven if you ever need me.
He scribbles down furiously on a piece of paper. He's like, all right, I'm owed a favor. Well, I will cash in on that.
I said if this works out.
Oh, with these guys? Believe me, everything works out. Sometimes. Like 40% of the times.
Okay.
Their heart's in the right place.
Okay.
Yeah, I should stop talking now. Anyway, you can find him a couple blocks over, and he gives you the directions. It's fairly close to the combat zone. A place you would remember as well, I don't know how abreast is Raven of Night City news.
She's pretty familiar. She watches the news and...
Okay. So you would, when he tells you the direction and everything, you would know that there was a project planned by WorldSat to build a few structures around that part, and these guys actually stood up to WorldSat, and they basically sent WorldSat packing.
Okay, nice.
So there's even, without knowing their names or their faces, you can connect the dots, and seems like the credentials that Nightjack gave you are probably solid.
Okay, great. Well, then, yeah, I'm going to, follow those directions and go try to track down the team.
You walk down the street, take a couple turns. Eventually, the sky becomes cloudy. The reddish rain starts falling again. You see a few people left and right just trying to run for shelter somewhere. The more you walk, the more you see that the buildings are getting in worse and worse shape.
I'm going to throw my slicks on, too, for the toxic rain.
All right.
Raven has some clear slick raincoat.
Good to know. You would notice a few junkies, a few probably low-level gangers just keeping an eye out from under the awning of some like abandoned store. A few squatters hanging around a trash can fire inside of an old garage. And eventually, you make your way to this concrete building. It's very, very simple in its architecture. There's a convenience store on the first floor, and a door right next to the entrance of the convenience store that seems to lead into the building proper. The lights of the store are on. You can see a youngish, scrawny-looking boy tending the counter. Otherwise, it's a glass door to enter the apartment building, and even then, you would realize that the security is lax. As you approach the building, however, you would notice there's a shit ton of cameras and motion sensors. They were all rigged to either be hidden from the sidewalk, like from someone walking on the sidewalk, or even hidden from view, most of them, as you approach. But whoever lives here definitely knows you're approaching.
Yeah. Raven's going to smile and wink at the cameras and keep trekking on to where she needs to go.
All right, well, we'll take a pause from Raven for a moment to go to Trins. Recently, Trins, you've installed that security system around the apartment. It's a big endeavor. You know you're not done yet. But to your surprise, it already pings with a new visitor.
I like guests. They're fun. Although this one has weapons. But we should be nice and meet people. And I think she'll like kind of emerge from one of like literally open one of the drop down ceiling panels and then just kind of lean down and wave. Hi, welcome. Nice to meet you. I'm Trins, and you are?
Hey, I'm Raven. Don't be alarmed. You know, I'm here just looking for a little bit of help. I was told you and your team might be able to help me. Am I in the right spot for something like that?
Do we have a team or I have a team. Hold on, I think so. And then she'll like slide the panel back and then like one of the vents will pop open and she'll drop down. And she's small, like barely 5 foot, maybe 5'2", 5'3", and wearing like dirty, grease covered coveralls. Like there's probably, her hair is brightly like has big weaves of lights in it. But she's smiling and happy, and she just kind of goes, all right, we're gonna go this way. And she'll take Raven, right? Your name is Raven.
Yeah.
Cool. Don't stab me in the back, because that's not friendly. I'm supposed to say these things now. I should not get stabbed in the back.
It's all good. I'm here because I need help.
Cool. Then we talk to the people who are about making helpful. And as she's going up, she's going to lead Raven to the elevator, but she's texting through her iChip to Mr. White. And, it's like, hey, we have a guest. They need help. So therefore, you're the person to talk to because you do the help thing.
Ah, you're
How
muted.
did they find us?
No, I can hear
Oh.
you. I can hear you.
No, I'm not. How did
We
they
haven't
find
gotten
us?
that far yet. We're still introducing each other. So how did you find, and then she'll like kind of continue the conversation as like the elevator doors close. So it's nice to meet you. How'd you find us?
Well, I want to mention the weapons dealer guy, the night, what is it, Night Stalk?
Night Jack.
Night Jack. And, he recommended you, said you all are good friends. Not sure how much of that I believe. But
So
I
you're
also...
not stupid. That's a good thing.
Yeah, I can read people pretty decent, but aside from that, I think you guys had something to do with taking out a corporation recently, or chasing them out of
I can neither
area.
confirm nor deny nor make any comment about the existence of said corporation or anything other than that.
Well, we can keep it vague, but I think you get my point. I'm pretty attuned to the street for the most part, and I heard about your capabilities, and that's how I found you.
I can neither confirm nor deny any of those things either. Although I can say that if it was asked of me, I am fully capable of anything involving explosives and possibly mechanical and things, but don't ask me to shoot shit. And then she'll just kind of like let the door, walk up to the door, and like you would kind of hear that there's like actually there'd be music playing as she's walking, and it's if you speak it, it's actually in Spanish as she's singing, as she just kind of dancing along, and then she'll be knocking on the door of Mr. White's apartment, and just kind of like that annoying level of consistent knocking that doesn't stop.
White opens the door. He was waiting for it. He goes, "Come on in."
So apparently, Nightjack is our friend.
If friends owe you favors, then yeah.
This is Raven. She's
Hello, Raven.
Hey. So I was told from Nightjack and from my own research that you could possibly help me with a situation, and you're very familiar with this part of town.
I think we should step inside first before we start getting into details. So, if you don't mind.
Yeah, she'll step in.
And I think as she as waiting for Raven to enter, she texts Jimenez and be like, "Hey, so apparently we're a team, and people want to hire us for shit because we're fancy, and we help people. So you should come visit Mr. White."
And so it'll cut to Jimenez in his apartment, and he can see it on his retina thing, but right now his agent is propped up on the table, and there's a picture of, or a video image of Fiona yelling animatedly. But the agent is pointed to a television screen of a video of Jimenez just nodding and going, on loop, while he sits there reading a book on the couch, essentially. It's a book that he borrowed from Reno. It's a romance novel. It's the one with him on the cover of it that he didn't realize was in existence. So he's just kind of curious to see, what his face was on exactly. And he'll just text back, "All right, be there in a couple of seconds. Just got to get rid of the tag team partner." Well, then he's just going to pick up his agent and say, "Hey, listen, I gotta go. I got a thing, but yeah, all good points. Definitely will remember to do that in our next match." And then he'll hang up before he says goodbye.
All right.
Inside the apartment of White, you'll see it's actually pretty spartan. There are chairs and stuff, but not any real clutter. There's a bed on one side of the basically studio style. The walls kind of aren't fully intact anymore, as this building is not always intact. And the kitchen is really well kept, clean. A lot of it has been replaced with stainless steel. There is a large table that you think he uses for eating at that's stainless steel, but it looks more like something you would see in a hospital or a morgue than you would see in someone's house. There's a desk with a computer near the bed. It's an older model, like desktop style You can tell that it's got oomph, but it is hardwired. It's clearly hardwired, and not seems to be. It doesn't seem to be transmitting in any way, shape, or form. 2 large monitors on it, and a variety of other gear near it that would be like for a stand for an agent or things like that. You'll see a locked cabinet on the wall near the kitchen, as well as another locked cabinet on the ground, both metal cabinets. Again, kind of like what you're probably more used to seeing in a first aid station than you would in someone's house. Could have been scrounged up, could have been purposely bought. He himself, fairly tall, pretty thick for someone who is rumored to be a doctor, and bald dude with a huge beard, and always seems to be wearing mirror shades. Currently, he's just in a scrub top and scrub pants. It looks like he probably got off shift not too long ago, and he's takes out of his pocket a signal jammer, sets it on the stainless steel table, and flips it on. He says, "I like my privacy. I like my conversations to be private. I hope you don't mind."
Perfectly fine with me. Raven, doesn't sit. She's always standing, because she's always ready. But that's fine with me. Yeah.
Prince kind of skips in and like hoists herself and sits Taylor style on the metal table.
That works. I'll look at Trins and say, "I'm assuming others are coming."
Yes. She, one in particular, and the other 2 apparently had
Are they out racing again?
No,
possibly.
technically they don't start racing until next season. But Reno texts back that she's having one of those, implant-induced migraines, so she's out for the count. And Jinx, however, is out, and you do not know where.
Jinx didn't answer, but that probably means that she's busy, and I don't bother her when she's busy. Because that just seems rude.
Yeah. It's then that Jimenez walks into the apartment. He's wearing workout clothes, has a towel around his neck, but he was actually more reading and napping than he was actually working out. So,
enough. So, Trent here says that you need help, and that our friend Nightjack pointed you in another direction. Is there a particular type of help you're looking for?
Well,
because you look pretty capable to me.
Very capable, but in this case, I'm lost. My team is out doing side hustles. Like my corporation doesn't give a shit about me, so I'm pretty much on my own right now. And my only friend has been taken, and I'm just trying to find her. And apparently, she's in this area with some new booster gang. That's all I have, and that's why I'm here. I'm capable, but I'm lost at this point, and I'm hoping you all can help.
You'll see White reach into one of his side pockets, and he pulls out a cigar, and he's like, "All right, so you got a friend that was kidnapped, we can presume?"
Yeah, it's my friend Lola. She's part of the Willow Sisterhood, but she was
Is she a showgirl?
No, not at all. Not at all. Yeah, she's very similar to myself, but she's she was just kind of caught off guard while the rest of her gang was out on some scavenging mission. But she was taken by a new booster gang. Apparently, they're in this area. I have no idea who the gang is, but I'm hoping you might know people in the area that can help us figure it out.
I'm sure we can figure something out, but I would like to know a little bit more about the motivations. Is there a reason that she was taken? Did her team say anything about running into these folks?
No, they're pretty much a new booster gang. I have no idea. I'm assuming that they're taking her for clout or ransom. I know that Lola, she was in charge of a lot of the supply chain for the Willow Sisterhood. So it could be they're just trying to extract that sort of information from her. I don't know. They're a new gang, so I can't really assume too much.
That's pretty aggressive.
Yeah. But I can say this: if you all can put in some effort and kind of help me with the situation, I can pay. It's not a lot. It's a nominal fee. I'm a working girl, but I can give each one of you 500 eddies, and that's cash. Not cred, straight up. And then I'll owe you a favor. If you can do this for me, I know 500 each isn't much. So in the future, if you need help again, you have me.
The favor's enough for me. You can split the 1,500 between those two. I prefer to do transactions in favors. How shall I say? Less susceptible to inflation or getting lost or stolen. So a new gang pops up. They're supposedly somewhere in this region of Night City, and they come out hardcore, kidnapping somebody.
Here's the other.
Gotta made some waves.
The other weird thing about it too is, we stay over in South Night City, so Willow Sisterhood, their territory is over there. So for these guys to take her, and this is their territory way over here, I'm thinking it's not really a territory thing. Like I said, it must have to do with like some rep, or they're after the supply chain. That maybe they found out Lola knows some things like that. So that's what I'm assuming.
No, that's a good assumption, and I think it's a bad assumption on their part to assume this is their territory. So more like Rancho Coronado, is that where you all are from, or more over in Haywood?
Oh no, we're in South Night City. We're in South City.
Oh,
South
gotcha.
Night City.
So Night City proper. I see ya.
Well, it's full combat zone where we stay.
Yeah, I see ya. Okay. Okay. It's close enough. It's probably supply chain related. You're right. I don't see any other reason for it.
Are any of you familiar with any new gangs in the area, or do you have any sort of, any people on the street that you can turn to that might know of any new gangs popping up?
I might know a guy. And White'll text the head of the Cadillacs, who do all the car boosting in this part of town, and be like, hey, have you heard anything about a new crew coming in and flexing hard? I hear at least one kidnapping. They've probably made some other noise trying to be the big dogs.
It'll take a few seconds before he replies. And says, as a matter of fact, recently sold a van to a bunch of newcomers. Said they were moving in the old combat zone.
Okay.
Don't know if they're a gang or anything, but they've been there for about 3 weeks.
That's a sketchy part of town to be moving into. What'd they look like? And how many did you see?
Oh, only the one guy. kept talking in we and us, and I don't suppose he was going by the royal we, so gathered he had friends. Bought an old cube, paid cash. Seems he at least got a means, I guess. Physical description gives you like a quick bullet point list. About 6 feet tall. Built. Receding hairline, hair cropped short. And with a... I think it's his... Give me just a second. Where is my... His right eye. Thank God. I have to like move to be in the same... facing the same direction as the picture. Right eye is an orange cyber eye.
Okay, does he look like someone who uses a rig to jack in? Or does he use a key?
Doesn't seem like the kind of guy who jacks into anything.
Okay. So he's probably not even the driver, he's just the one picking it up. Did he seem like a smooth talker?
Gave me a vibe of failed lawyer. Except the vibe didn't match the physical attributes.
Fair enough. If we find the cube, I'll let you know its location. You can come repossess it, because they won't be needing it at some point.
Sure thing, boss.
And he'll say, so, old combat zone for sure. Don't have a count on them yet, but they're using a van that they picked up from the Cadillacs. Their face is X-Corp type. Trying to think of how else we can get information on them.
Did his Cadillacs happen to say what kind of car they sold him?
Yeah, it's a van. Panel van. I'm assuming that's what they used for the kidnapping. I don't know if they've kept it or not, or if they ditched it and they were just using it for that run, or if they needed it for more than one, especially since it sounds like it, no offense, Raven, but it sounds like it went off pretty smooth. You haven't said anything about like, a gunfight that happened or anything like that.
Yeah, all I know, a local witness just saw her fighting with a few people that pulled her into a van and took off.
What color was the van, did they say?
I have no details.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, if you want to make up a color, it'll be that color.
Okay, we can do that. It was black with a silver stripe down the side.
Okay.
But it did. But they said it looked pretty beat up, and it wasn't like a brand new vehicle.
That sounds
If your friend and you're saying sold them a van or somebody, and they're new in the area.
Very loose term that I would use here.
Well, whoever said, that they assumed that they were speaking in we and as a group, and a possibility. Do they have any type of like record of that transaction, or is it just a sort of off the book sort of thing? Is there any way to get a little more?
They're a gang, man. It's a chop shop. There's no records that way. If they
They're
keep anything,
a second-rate chop shop. I want it noted they are a second-rate chop shop.
They're a booster gang chop shop, not a professional chop shop.
That's
So
not
they are amateur by comparison. I will not put any of the work that you have ever done, Trins, in the same breath with a group like the Cadillacs. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Now that that's out of the way, has Alt disappeared by this point?
You know what? If you do contact her right now, Yeah, she won't answer, and it would be the first time.
Okay. Well, I will contact her if it would be the first time and be like, hey, looking for information on increased, basically like data, net presence in the old combat zone. Any hot spots that popped up in the last 3 weeks that haven't been there normally. And I'll just leave it hanging.
All right.
And if nothing comes of it, we'll circle back to somebody else, but that's just a text message that I'll send off. Outside of that, shit. Friends, is your uncle still connected to the NCPD at this point, or is he already fired? I don't remember what that
He's
happened.
has some issues, but that doesn't mean that somebody may or may not still have certain pieces of equipment, like a scanner, that they did never ask for back. They never asked for anything on it back. I feel like they forgot about me. I think that's mean. That should be mean. That they should remember me. Don't you think they should remember me?
I don't think you're forgettable, not in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, good.
So
I know I'll never forget you.
What I'm thinking though is maybe there have been, I don't know, some stuff called in that got ignored, but at least called in around the last 3 weeks, an increased activity that leads back to the old combat zone.
So it wouldn't be out talking to Uncle Al. It would be talking to Sharon.
Yeah. Well, see if Sharon can find that out.
That's if Sharon answers my phone. Usually she does, but
always give it a
Sharon's
try.
one of the dispatchers. She's nice. And then she'd like, hey, Benedict, can you call Sharon and see if she'll be willing to answer the phone? You can also be real annoying if you feel like it would be appropriate.
I am on it, Miss Trins. And you immediately hear the phone ringing, and Sharon picks up the phone and says, "Sweetie, how are you?"
Hey, Sharon, I'm good. I haven't heard from you. I was concerned. Are you okay? I hope you're okay.
I am. We've just been in over our heads with the new management and everything, but things are going great. How about you?
Well, I was concerned because I hadn't heard from you, and I wanted to make sure that everything was going okay with the new management and that people were all right and that there was no problems. And then, of course, I'd also heard these stories about people being kidnapped off the street, and I was like, oh my God, I need to make sure that Sharon's okay because,
Can you
stupid
make
things.
Can you make me a conversation check as you keep
Sure.
doing small talk with Sharon?
Sure, I can. Hold on. That's empathy. Okay.
Yeah.
That is actually not horrible. Right? Yeah. No. Conversation, yes. Oh, it's a 10. It's not horrible.
She says, there's been a lot of things happening at once. We don't really know where to look or where to start. As a matter of fact, they're moving equipment right now, right across my office. It's like I have. Oh, let me put you on hold. And then you hear her like dispatch a few patrol cars before picking her agent back up. And she says, "There's been a lot of activity, a lot of things everywhere. There's what'd you call them again? The old razor something, the razor, the bloody razor or something. They used to be in the combat zone, making a resurgence. They've been at it. They broke in one of the precincts and stole a bunch of equipment. Anyway, look, I can't really stay to chat.
No, I know. You're really busy. They got a whole bunch of things, and it sounds like they're putting new things in. Oh my God, I wish I was there so I could help you. Then I'd actually be able to fix things for you, but I'm so sorry. I don't know. I was just really concerned about you because I've been hearing stories about like these guys like driving up in a van and like pulling people off the street. And I was like, oh my God, I got to check on Sharon because, somebody said that they were somebody like the woman that they captured off the street was like, really looked really similar to you. And But I was concerned about you, so I wanted to be able to check that you were okay, you know?
Thank you for checking on me, sweetie, but Van's taking people everywhere. It's all the time. It happens. God, it happens so too often. Is it because you're looking for... Is it because you're looking for someone? Did one of your friends get taken?
Yeah, possibly. I haven't heard from her in a couple of days, and then I heard about this thing, and then I heard about the story about the person who was kidnapped, one of Pierce Bills who got kidnapped who looked like you, and then I was concerned about you, so I said I was going to call you anyways about to check on how you were doing, but then I also should check on how, possible if anybody else is being kidnapped, because, panel vans taking somebody right off the street in the, outside the combat zone would have been real scary looking.
Well, I can't promise you anything. I'll ask the boys if they have anything in the files about what's the color of the van again? You said something.
She would give the full description of the van because she would have gotten that from White.
And she promises to call back if she finds or if the NCPD finds anything.
Okay, and I promise I'll come over and fix it. I have a new plan for the garbage disposal. It'll actually create full compost this time, and then you'll be able to work in your garden.
And she thanks you for that and hangs up.
Okay.
So Jimenez is just holding up an agent and was just watching Trins just talk a mile a minute, and he looked mildly horrified about that. And then he just starts typing in his agent. This is the burner agent that he has that's linked to all of Justice Mime's social media accounts.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just going to put the equivalent of a tweet out there and says, so who are the new chumps in the old combat zone? Because I feel like punching them. And he's just going to throw that out there and see what happens.
Yes, Rob.
I was going to say Raven gets a text on her agent from another local girl in the area that I'm familiar with, and apparently she said that she saw it go down as well and noticed that the guys had yellow and black colors, so whatever that is, or gold, so maybe that'll help, so at least now we have at least a little more info.
Are we going to call them the Bumblebees? I think we should call them Bumblebees.
Do I recognize anything about that color scheme, like those gang colors? Especially compared to the mention of the razors, the bloody razors trying to come back.
Gold and black. This tracks with the everyday clothing of the Andersons who live downstairs. They used to be part of a gang before. They got reformed. Mm-hmm. That's why Reno let them live in here.
Yeah.
But yeah, if Raven, did you share that information?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, when Raven talks about their clothing style, the first thing that comes to mind is the Andersons.
So they probably know who they're trying to impersonate, depending on, well, they might know. Clothing color is not necessarily universal, but if they're trying to make a statement with it, it's got to be one that people understand. So we can pay them a visit.
I don't like the Andersons.
Nobody likes the Andersons. The only reason they stay in this apartment building is because they pay their rent on time.
Well, if you're saying this is a possible lead, let's go check it out. I don't want to waste any more time.
X, anything else that we should check before we knock on the door?
That would require X to make a charismatic impact check first.
Really? Wait,
Bring out all
that's
that
not it.
Miami
That's
goodness.
not it.
Yeah, that's not a D10.
Yeah, so Rob, some of the players are rolling in roll 20. We can roll physical dice. It's a mix of everything.
Yeah, I've got Raven's character sheet open on the Roll20, so I can just go digital when needed.
Oh, cool.
Is it just a 1d10 plus whatever my charismatic impact?
Plus your charismatic impact, yeah.
None of my other.
I do not think charismatic impact. Nope. It's not a skill.
Okay, so 11.
But don't you have to add? It's a roll ability, so don't you still have to add like cool or something?
Nope.
So it's on a different scale, I'm
purely, yeah. The DVs are a lot lower on charismatic impact than they are normally. You do actually. Justice Mime does get a couple of messages back. A lot of people are asking you if you could beat up like their uncles or like their neighbors. One person is really angry at their boss and even gave you their like personal address, as well as a few pictures of like the front of their boss's apartment. But one thing, like at least one fan snapped a pic of a black and silver van. And in the back of the van, the door is slightly ajar, and you can see someone peeking out as if they were about to jump off or something. The driver of the van is definitely Molly Anderson. And the person in the back, if you show the picture to Raven, is definitely Lola. She has a black eye, but you would recognize her hair, you would recognize her face, even if it's a little bit blurry from the movement.
Okay. Yeah, that's Lola. Who sent you that picture, and where is it from?
So Justice Mime will message back and thank the fan. Promise a t-shirt at some point if they're ever made. Seriously, I can't find anyone to draw or design it. What the hell? And he'll ask where was that picture taken and how long ago it was.
Oh, the picture was snapped in South Night City. Let me grab that map of the city again.
And Raven, taking a glance at the photo, is gonna lean in and do the whole like expand the photo and kind of look in and point out the driver and be like, "Do any of you know who that is?"
Aww.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She smells.
We're gonna have a talk. 'Cause that's a violation of her lease.
The picture was snapped in front of the slammer after the driver and their friends were told to get the fuck out. If y'all want to make a local expert check,
We were just at the slammer not too long ago. A fixer friend of mine runs a fight club out of there, and we were at a night market. I know Lola and them were going to be visiting it at one point in the past days. This is all kind of connecting and making sense. And honestly, if you look at our weekly live stream, that's a true story. It actually is making sense. It's pretty cool.
nice.
I would be using probably Streetwise instead of local expert on this.
That makes sense.
So
Yeah, Raven knows for sure where it is exactly. But for the other three,
19.
yeah, Mr. White knows the place like the back of his hand.
$13.
Yep. So long as you got a 12 or above, you're good. The Slammer is this popular, ganger bar. It's in a rough part of town. But Raven's been there more recently. so you can fill them in on like any other information they might need about that place.
It's definitely a rough bar. They're known for a cinder block ring where a lot of people pull off fights. A fixer that we kind of work with, it's pretty dangerous, but it's kind of good to know him, I guess, in that sense. He's running weekend fights out of there. He just had a night market there. I was literally just there. If they took Lola from that part of town, that's really getting to me because I was right there. But
so
yeah,
who's that fixer over there again? What's his name?
he goes by Kid. He's
Yes.
kind of young, but he's upcoming really fast because he's pretty dangerous. But he's got a lot going on. We just work with him when we need information.
I've heard about him. I haven't had a chance, the pleasure of dealing with him yet, but I've heard about him. He, like you said, he moves quick. I'm a little bit more patient. Maybe it comes with the age. But
Yeah, but you said you recognize the driver.
Oh yeah.
I mean, regardless of where they took Lola from, it sounds like the driver is the lead we need to follow and see where they went to after that.
Oh yeah, we can do that. It's not a problem. And you'll see White just kind of wander off toward, I guess, the bedroom part of the house, and he just changes and gears up.
I want it duly noted that I am not actually talking to them in person, and I am staying in the vents. Because I'm not getting shot at again.
In the vents? What do you mean? They're in this building?
Yeah. And,
Raven's gonna start cleaning her guns and checking them out and getting ready.
I mean, the minute you take out a gun, like, Trins is like, wait, I'm sorry,
ready.
what?
So
I could fix that for you. You know, the sight is off by like 3 millimeters. I could fix it.
At this point, where you can keep it locked and loaded, that's fine. But that 1,500 isn't enough to cover repairs if things go south. So
Jimenez just starts cracking his knuckles and stretching a little bit.
a suplex or two usually is something we can clean up a little easier.
Okay. Raven's gonna obviously respect the fact that this is your part of town. You know this better than me. She's just gonna kind of take a step back and say, lead the way then.
Well, it's not just that. We own the building.
It's literally our building.
They recently became owner of the apartment.
Yeah. So
We're slumlords.
that's why when I said it was a violation of her lease, I meant it. If she's just lucky that Reno's not here, she's the super. Reno would just basically.
Are we telling Reno or are we not telling Reno?
We're telling Reno after we find out all the truth.
Okay.
So once White's changed, he'll we can go downstairs, down the second floor. No, first floor.
First
Yeah,
floor,
they're on the
right
first
across
floor.
from the convenience store.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
the minute we get to the bottom of the stairs, Trins is literally climbing up into the vents and is like, I told you, I'm gonna stay in the vents.
That's fine. And you'll notice that none of us actually take the elevator. Even though you came up on the elevator, none of us take the elevator. We all go down the stairs.
Raven's following. But Raven now is holding her shotgun, which has shells, not slugs. Just so you're aware, that's what she's holding. That's what she has.
All right.
Up front.
That's a good room sweeper.
Just in case. And I'm in the back of the group.
Okay, can you walk in front of me? I don't like getting shot.
You'll be in the vents, you said already.
Yes, I know, but fine. And she's like literally climbs up and is like, I'm not getting shot again.
When you get to the Anderson's door, you knock a few times, and Molly opens up. So she's this slender woman, probably late 30s, early 40s, a bob cut of auburn hair, a thick line tattoo that goes across her face. She's wearing a bright recently shined actually golden choker, and she's of course the rest of her clothing is in, I'm not gonna say in shambles, but it shows that she probably owns only like 2 changes of clothes. So she has this little sleeveless black denim vest over her zipped up leather top, exposing her stomach and the big tribal dragon tattoo that she has, and of course her torn up black pants. She opens the door, a smoke in her mouth, and she immediately like leans against the frame and goes, "White, what have the boys done this time?"
Actually, it's you this time.
Yeah, Jimenez is just gonna push the door open and walk right in.
Whoa. It's like you own the place or something.
Because we do. And secondly, we have video or photographic evidence of you driving a van with a kidnapped friend in the back.
I don't drive no van.
Show her the photo.
He will hold up the agent and show the van photo.
That's you.
He'll actually make a show of it. He'll put the agent right next to her face and then just do this.
The resemblance
It's
is uncanny. Yeah. She looks at it for a moment and goes, "I ain't me. I've never driven that van. I don't even..." Oh, yep.
I was gonna say the second that she tries to deny it, Raven is gonna try to grapple her up.
Make a. Are you trying to grapple her to like make a show of force, or actually try to restrain her?
Yeah, to restrain her. To
Okay.
grapple her up and let her know that I'm in control now.
Can you make a quick brawl check?
Yeah.
She has a shit evasion, and she didn't even know you were going to do this.
15.
Oh yeah, 11. In one swift move, you step into the room and you grab hold of Moldy. And she goes, "Hey, let me go, you piece of shit! What's going on? What? I didn't do nothing.
So then, who is that? If it's not you, who is it?
Fuck if I know. Some poser wanting to look like me? I don't know.
Okay. And who would want to look like you? And your boys? Because they sure are pulling out all the tricks to look like the Andersons. And I never heard of you before I made my way to this apartment building. So I know that you're not as big on the street as people try to make it out to be.
Oh, fucking hell. I knew I should know that. Fuck! Alright, look. I might have made a mistake or some.
Made a mistake? How?
About a month ago, some dude stopped us on the street, said they wanted to snap photos of me and the boys, and because I don't know, they liked us or whatever. I thought it was gonna be like a modeling thing. I don't look. Anyway, they paid us $800 for it, so I couldn't say no.
So that's why you were early on rent that month, huh?
Yeah, but now I figure like my picture is probably floating around the net or whatever it's supposed to be, and now fuck, someone's trying to look like me. I should be honored. Instead, I'm being fucking grabbed by some.
What did we say? We said whatever your business is, better not come back here, and it's come back here because your face is now being put in all kinds of shit.
What do you want me to say?
Does she look like she could at least take, her body stat and damage? Like I could throw her down to kind of show her the...
Oh yeah, she's been ravaged by drugs,
Okay.
but she is still in shape.
Okay.
Like she can't kick your ass. You're way too trained for her.
Yeah, then I want to throw her down so at least she takes, body statin damage and she's prone. So now, I'm trying to escalate the severity of this situation a little.
You throw her down on the floor and she goes, "Ouch, you fucking harlot! What the fuck?" Ah!
And I'll take a step back and let the questioning continue.
All right, look, we weren't on the street, all right?
Mm-hmm.
We were at...
There's also reports that some gang is coming back to the old combat zone. If I remember right, before you got all strung out, you used to run with a gang.
Yeah,
That's where you all became family.
shouldn't have said shit. All right, you know what?
What you shouldn't have done is agreed to whatever the fuck you agreed to.
We're allowed to stay here, all right? You don't kick us out and I tell you everything. I'll point you out to these assholes. I don't care anymore.
If we can wrap this up so it doesn't bring any more shit back to the apartment building, then you're not in violation of your lease. Though Reno might ask for a damage deposit in case there's some residual damage.
Yeah, sure, whatever. It was Royal, okay?
I thought Royal was dead.
Well, I thought so too, but the guy came out of the dead and gave me a lot of money, me and the boys, so we can snap a few pictures of the apartment, get a few of y'all's faces, check out the garage, the cars, everything. It's been very lucrative, and all we needed to do is drop things off at a drop-off point near the deli.
Okay. And when is your next drop-off supposed to be?
Oh, we're done. We're through with this. I thought they were just, I don't know, some sort of like corpo stooges spying on you.
Don't give me that bullshit. You didn't think.
And can we roll a human perception? And
Absolutely.
Just get a gauge of the lying or truthfulness of any of this?
Yes.
Okay. I don't have a lot of that, but at least a little. Well, I got a 22. I rolled a crit success.
Nice.
Yeah, with a 22, she's withholding information. So far she's truthful, but she's still being a bit evasive in what or how she says things.
I'll let Mr. White, she's not being truthful. I can tell.
No, she's an Anderson. Of course she's not. She's always holding something back, playing another game. I don't know why she decides to take her life into her own hands by playing games like this.
And
like, of all people, why did you think it was smart to double-cross us?
Because money's tight, you know? We can't all be superstars like Mr. over there, or fucking sleeping with the NCPD, or we don't have whatever the shit you do, White. Look at me, I fucking...
All you gotta do is ask, and I can see if I can find you a job.
Well, I did find a job. I found a job driving a van.
You found a job driving a van, so that was you in that seat.
Yeah.
Why are you kidnapping people?
I wasn't. I swear to God, was not kidnapping anyone.
then why in that photo is there someone with a black eye peeking out the back of the van?
All I was told is to pick the van up at the bar, bring it to a place in the old combat zone, leave it there. Fucking, look, we got out of the van, we parked it where it needed to be, and this girl just decides to run out of it. She's half beaten. She was screaming and shit. I don't traffic in people. Me and the boys left. I figure whoever owns the van probably knows where that girl went, or fucking fished her out or something.
So you left a half-beaten, scared woman in the middle of the old combat zone on her own.
Ain't gonna put my ass on the line for some stranger.
Where was this? Where's this drop-off zone that you had to go to?
She gives you the location. It's, so you know where the old combat zone is situated in Night City?
Yeah.
It's like to the southeast, so between where you are in the apartment and Old Japantown, which is more north. The place that she's mentioning is a block of the water, the edge of the water. So it's not a it's never been a dock place or a dock district whatsoever. It is a few minutes away from a place called Jesse James's Kosher Deli. So her previous story, you know, kind of fit. The drop-off was near the deli, but it wasn't for pictures or anything. Well, it might have been for pictures too. You're not sure about that, but yeah.
So, how much did you tell them about us? Because I think that's going to have a lot to do with whether or not I reconsider your lease.
Raven's going to pull out her sword and say it, and maybe how much I'm going to consider leaving you alive.
Okay. Yo, look, I don't know who she is. All right, but I'm under your, you know, if you spill blood and everything, that's gonna cost you. You're gonna have to clean up, and that's gonna come out of y'all's. All right, look.
Did you touch my cause?
If you did that, there's nothing stopping Raven. If you gave a photo of me or any information about me, I'm not stopping Raven. I'm fronting the money to clean up this apartment and rent it to someone else.
And you can see in her eyes, she's gauging her chances.
I guess Raven's going to put the sword up to her throat.
Look, the boys aren't home.
I know. It's going to make it a lot more fun to chase them down. Because they're not smart enough to keep their mouth shut. And we all know that.
Listen, they offered us... Oh, fuck it. And she bends her... In a flash, she bends or, like, breaks her wrist. And, Raven, you are all too familiar with hidden weaponry. There's a gun barrel in her wrist. Can you roll for initiative?
Yeah. And just before we enter this, I'm going to allocate my combat awareness points.
Oh, yeah.
Just so you know, I'm going to drop 3 into precision attack, so I'm going to get that +1 to any attacks made. And then I'm going to drop the other 2 points in spot weakness, so I'll get a +2 in damage.
Oof.
Before armor.
Oh, fuck.
On the first successful attack, anyways.
Initiative is just straight reflex, right?
Yeah, straight reflex.
Yeah. I got an 18.
I have an 8.
I have a 17. Fuck it, I'm not getting shot again.
I have a 10.
You're muted, Anino.
How are your reflexes so
I can hear.
high?
Because I need high reflexes to drive.
So what's your initiative, M&S?
I rolled an 11.
Oh, 11. That was the check above. Okay. So it begins with Raven. You saw her snap her wrist and try to point the cannon at you, but you are much faster than she is. What do you do?
Yeah. I'm gonna take a couple swipes with the sword. Just a couple attacks. I'm gonna go for melee.
You gonna take her arm? Because I can fix that.
No, just attack. I'm not gonna do it aimed. I want to try to just kind of land these hits. But yeah, I got an 18 on the first. Oh wait, no. Why does it say conceal reveal? Hold on 1 second, sorry. 23 melee.
I got a 9. She does not move out of time.
Nice. Damage is 3d6.
Mm-hmm.
10. And then I get the plus
Yeah.
plus 2 on that, so 12.
She's only wearing what could amount to leather armor, really. So she's you said 10?
Yeah, 12
12. All right.
total.
She yelps out in pain as you swipe across her chest with your sword. Do you have a what's your rate of fire?
Yeah, melee, I've got 2. So,
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm definitely swiping again directly across the chest. Just a big body, another big body shot. 21 melee.
Okay, I can
Or
only
20
I can only
22.
beat that if I have a crit. Yeah, no, you got it.
Nice. A sword, 3, 6. Damage 9 plus 2, so 11. Or no, I only get the bonus on the first attack. Yes, first success. So 9.
So 9. Okay. She falls down on the ground. Huge gashes across her chest. She is heavily wounded, and she just, well, is about to lift a hand to ask you all to stop, but I mean, everything's a blur, everything's happening all at once. Trince, you're up.
So Trent, who said she's staying in the vent, was entirely correct. She's staying in the vent, but she pushes out the little vent into the apartment, and she's going to fire her taser at Molly Anderson from the vent.
All right, go ahead. Remind me, does the taser count as a firearm?
We said it was yes.
Yeah, because it counts as a pistol or something. Yeah, so she can't dodge it.
Yeah, but it's also it counts as a firearm, but it does non-lethal damage.
Yeah.
If it hits, and it
Is it a DV or something when it hits?
yeah,
for the...
it's the same.
Yeah,
it's all the-
DV13.
It's the same thing as handguns, but so 16.
Oh yeah, you hit.
Cool. And then it's electrical damage, and you said I have here 46.
Yep.
And it's non-lethal, so even if it knocks
Yeah, if
her
it
down-
kills her, it wouldn't kill her.
Yeah. 17. Oh, I only got 1 6 on that.
And guess what? As she
Oh.
falls down from the gashes, she tries to raise her hand and then immediately goes, ah! And falls flat on the ground.
She's not dead yet.
Good. We might
know.
might need her alive. Raven's got.
I will,
And real quick, I'm
stop the bleeding.
gonna clean Raven's sword off on her clothes and put that back.
So the four of you are now facing the bleeding body of Molly Anderson.
Mr. White uses up. Also, should I leave the? You can leave the leads. I won't attack her anymore.
Uh-huh.
I promise. At least not when you're touching her.
I'll take take care of this. So we will boost that. And roll that.
She's patched up.
And
I don't
will
even know
remove
why I make you
these.
roll anymore.
And then plaster cuffs.
Alright, so you bandage her wound.
I think by this point, Trins has made branded plastic cuffs that are neon purple and light up.
Why?
Just as how often they've been used.
Alright, and once she's cuffed up, what do y'all do?
Well, I'm gonna wake her back up, and well, put her on the couch and then wake her back up.
And do you still have some stim?
Yes.
So yeah. Stab her in the thigh with a stim needle. She... Oh, fuck, I'm not dead. What?
I can't stop this person. Whatever you did hurt a good friend of hers. What I can do is keep you alive.
I can call my boys. She looks at Raven. Ask her where the girl is. That's all I can do. That's all I can do.
Then do it now.
My agent's in my back pocket. And she like presents you her cuffed up hands.
I'll pull out her agent. Tell me what to dial.
Just the first number.
I dial the number. I put it on speaker. I hold it in front of her.
And she I just need to remember the name. Oh, whatever. She calls out to her.
Marco and Andy or Maurice?
Maurice. Thank you. I was like, I remembered Maurice, but not the other two, so I'll go with Maurice. She says, Mo. Yeah, it's Molly. Listen, you remember that that girl that escaped the van? Yeah, she alive? Oh, thank God. Okay, where's she? Okay. Well, that's reassuring. Alright, I just wanted to check. No, I'm, and she looks at all of you. I'm fine. They're just coming down a massive high, so I'm not gonna be there tonight. Just... Yeah, tell Royal I'm out for tonight. Alright, yeah. Yeah, bye. So your friend is alive, miss.
That's good for you.
She's where we left the van. The boys are finishing up over there, and,
What are they finishing?
apparently they got paid to, work on a car. Side gig.
Okay.
Nothing that should bring trouble.
And what about Royal? Why are you meeting, or were to meet him tonight?
Do you also have to pry into my sex life?
I also have to pry into everything that has anything to do with the shit you brought to our doorstep.
Well, we were going to fuck tonight.
Uh-huh.
On his
And
couch.
and you would tell that to Maurice.
Yeah, the boys
Like,
know.
why are you telling Maurice that you're not going to be over?
Well, so we can tell Royal.
That's just creepy.
Well,
Is Royal like involved in your shit of crappy kidnappings and really shitty boosting jobs?
I think you missed that. She said that he's the one that came up with it.
Oh,
look, the
I
boys.
did miss that. The vents. There was sound boot. It was rattling. Sorry.
Listen, the boys and I, we all sleep together anyway. They don't care who I go out with.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just,
I'm very confused.
can you just get out of my apartment? You've got everything you need.
I do. You sure about that? I have everything.
And she gave us the location of the
Yeah.
drop off where they just
Yeah.
finished up. Okay.
Yeah.
And we can tell from that human perception roll prior, in the same.
Oh, yeah. She's
She's
not.
telling the truth. Okay.
She
At this
lost
point, I
too
would
much blood to be lying.
Okay, good. Then I'm gonna, I'm definitely gonna look towards Mr. White and just, we've got a location. You can tell she's not lying. I think time is of the essence here. Let's
Oh,
just
definitely.
let's hustle on this.
So, I hear they're working on a car for a job, and we have an RV with a turret and a heavy assault rifle. Do you feel like turning some sort of side project into Swiss cheese there, miss? Because I'm feeling like they shouldn't profit off of anything when they're fucking us over.
Yeah, if we can get Lola, I am down for complete destruction of these assholes. 100%.
I want the car.
Not this one. You can have a different car. Let's go.
And
And Miss, what's her name again?
Jimenez is just gonna pat Trids on the back. It's all right. We'll get another car for you.
What was? Is it Molly? Right?
yeah, it's
Molly
Molly.
Anderson?
Shit,
I'll
I've
just be
been
like,
living here
"Molly,
for 4 years. You don't
I
even know
will
my
s-
name.
I will send Reno to come check on you and make sure you're okay.
That's the absolute worst person to send to check on her.
No, I think she could really use some comfort and support at this moment.
I'm sending
I'll
the super.
send Gina.
No, 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 because then Gina's gonna get talked into doing something stupid.
No.
Look,
I'll
send
send Gina and-
send whoever you fucking want. Just leave me alone, please.
You're medically.
Send Gina and Merc. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll send Gina and Mark.
Well, I can tell you that if this doesn't work out and I don't get my friend back, I'll be sending you some bullets directly from one of my guns.
Not through the windows or the doors. I just fixed those.
We'll evict her first, okay?
Look,
Deal? I turned to Raven. I said, we'll evict her first. Deal?
Deal.
Right. And then we leave and lock the door behind us.
all right. Hop into the combat RV and we'll go to break as you drive to this location in the old combat zone. When we come back, shit's about to go down. We'll probably have a firefight on our hands. Stick around, everyone. We'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. Welcome back, everyone. So, the group's been driving to the Okay, for all of you messaging me in chat right now regarding level up dice, send me a private DM on Twitter. That way I'll have it saved, and I'll check with level up dice themselves as to what's going on with your packages. So, the group has been driving through the old combat zone in the armored RV to the location that was given by one Molly Anderson. As you approach the building, you would notice it is a 2-story high brick building. The main floor is twice as large as the second floor. An old sign on the lawn reads something '(S) clinic. Whatever name was in front of it before the apostrophe S has long been shot through and is now nothing but a hole in the sign. The parking lot is fenced in. It's just, regular chicken wire fence with barbed wire at the top, and you can see in front of the main entrance to the clinic, 3 people are hanging out in the parking lot. From a distance, you also notice that in the back of the clinic is a fire escape that leads up to the second floor. It's a metal staircase with a ladder to go up. There doesn't seem to be any security cameras, automated weaponry, nothing of the sort. As you drive a little closer, you notice that the silver and black van that you were told about is indeed in the parking lot, and 2 people are working on it. They've actually begun taking down pieces of the car to replace them with heavy, half-rusted plates of metal. It looks like they're fortifying the car.
Based on the layout, can Trins ram the car?
Well, and as you're asking that of Trins and kind of looking it over, I'm going to say, should we ram or should we be a bit more stealthy? What does everyone think here? And can we do a perception roll to kind of see, like Mr. White said, could we ram through that fence? And are there any armed guys around or anything, or just those 2 guys working?
That would actually be yes, with a perception check. The ramming the car, I can tell you without a check, yes, it's just a simple, fence, nothing that could hold down the RV if you went full speed. However, if you want to see if they have weapons on them, you would need a perception check.
All right. Well, I got a 10. I crit failed on that, so
well,
down to 10.
With a 10, you could still see that it's 2 women and 1 man that are working on it. The women, one of them is relatively old, gray hair, and wearing like a nightgown almost. But she's lifting those steel plates like it was nothing. The other man, I should say, who's not working on the car, is standing by the entrance to the clinic, and he's smoking a cigarette. A portly fellow with blue-tinted sunglasses, kind of the same thing that Deirdre's wearing right now on stream, but they're like blue instead of purple. And the other woman working on the car is a small woman, with one cybered up arm. She looks slim, and has her hair tied up in a ponytail. I heard die rolls. What do I have? 14, 17, 19. The people of the apartment, you would notice that the 3 people in the parking lot are Reno, Barry, and Mrs. B.
Can I just ram them? Because that's mean to Mrs. B.
You could.
I am going to.
So Jimenez is now dressed up as Justice Mime, and he's just gonna look at everyone pretty exasperated, and he's gonna actually start talking like, "Look, Justice Mime does stealth, okay?
Yeah.
Do we need to go in loud because?"
Do you want a distraction or not? Because
I'm all about stealth
I'm
too.
irritated. I don't do stealth.
So the 2 of you can go be stealthy, and I can be very, very loud and crushy with the combat RV, with a combat plow and a NOS system.
Yeah, could we hop out and maybe head towards the back where that fire escape looking ladder is while they ram in through the front?
Definitely.
I think that sounds like an excellent.
You know, it's always great to split up the party, right?
Always. Just
we do it every session.
yeah, out of curiosity, Raven, do you have a Chiron implant or a what's the radio transmitter one? The one that goes to 1 mile.
That's the one in the back of the tooth.
Yeah, but the name for it is the
It's
name.
literally just a radio jack.
Yeah,
It's
she
radio jack.
Yeah, she has the internal radio thing. I don't know what it's called. I'm trying to look through it.
Okay.
But I know she has it because on their team they do that. You know, they talk to each other.
Yeah,
internally
okay.
So they can whisper.
Yeah, then in that
Just for the
case, you could just tune into their frequency, and that way you can all chit chat together.
Okay.
Yeah, Chiron, the difference is we've linked them to the implant so that if they whisper, the others can see it as text.
Oh, okay, cool. I like that.
And the text goes farther than the voice.
Yeah.
All right, so you hop out of the RV. We'll do the stealth first.
And Trins would say, I'm going to do a little bit of a drive around the block. Give you about 5 minutes.
Yeah, give us time to try to get to the back ladder.
All right. So you have 5 minutes. You get out of the van, like maybe like 1 building away, to make sure it's not suspicious enough.
Yeah, I rolled a 19 stealth.
All right.
My stealth was 19 too.
Nice. Stealth twins.
But by the way, you are sneaking in with a guy dressed up as a mime
I know.
in armor.
He's quiet,
Combat armor.
Yeah.
you know.
It says Justice Mime across the front.
No, just mine. Here.
Oh, just mine.
I'll actually show. I got a little piece.
I'll have to send it to. I don't think. Well, yeah.
It's in chat.
Rob is not in the Twitch chat, but in the Zoom chat, there it
Yeah.
is.
Okay, cool.
Dig it.
That is Justice Mime.
Nice. Yeah, it's cool.
So
Yeah, it has almost a crow vibe to the mime or something with that face paint. I like that. It's cool.
oh my god, the crow! I'm gonna have to watch that again. So you sneak into the back of this building. You notice that the ladder has been like pulled down, so you could easily walk up. Well, climb it and then walk through the stairs. And looking at the fire escape from the ground, it's a reinforced steel door but it does have a handle. So you could pull it from the outside. Of course, the ladder can only take one person at a time, or one after the other, so...
What is Jimenez going? You're going by what's the mime name?
Just
Sorry,
just Justice Mime.
Justice Mime. I always forget the first one. Yeah, then I'm gonna refer to Justice Mime. What do you think at this point? How do you want to take this on?
He'll communicate by the Chiron just so that he doesn't have to communicate vocally. Just says, how about you go first since you've got guns and I just have my fists. So get the door open and then we'll scout out the area.
But isn't the door? You're saying the door is down at the base level, right?
No, the door is up on the second level. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
So
Sorry,
you'd
I
have
was
to climb the
confused.
ladder, then there's
I got
one
you.
flight of stairs, and then you're in front of the door.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. No, we'll work our way up there then. I'll work the door as quietly as possible. Try to open it enough to peek in.
All right. So you climb up the ladder first. Can you give me a perception check as you do so? Since you now have a slightly higher vantage point.
19.
19. So climbing up the ladder, you find yourself as you turn to walk to the stairs. You see a thin metal wire, like a trip wire, tied to a grenade that's taped to the bottom of the stairs.
Okay.
Whoever climbs up the stairs, if you aren't careful, you are going to step on that tight cable, which will be enough to prime the grenade.
How's the grenade attached? Is it?
It's
something
duct
like a-
taped.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna, carefully unduct tape that. Take the grenade. as I tell Justice Mime, give him the mime to pause. Let me take care of this. Keep him in a box and back him up. Take care of that.
He just freezes in place. Doesn't even move.
So yeah, you take the frag grenade and carefully undo the knot that was on the pin. So whoever's here definitely do not want to have visitors, or at least not from the back door.
And I want to, quietly relay the message to Trin. Trin's is driving, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna let her know. Hey, we're at the back door. Can I peek in to let them know what I'm seeing?
Yep.
You said it's not. Is it locked?
No, it's not locked actually.
Okay.
You open it softly, and then pause as you feel a tension coming from the other side. Peeking in with what little you can see, you notice that a shotgun has been propped up on a chair that's lying on the ground, and the trigger of the shotgun is tied to the handle of this door from the other side.
Okay. I'm gonna relay that to Trins and to Justice Mime. Like everything's booby trapped back here.
And
luckily I'm noticing.
Yeah, forgot to mention, with the door cracked open, even just a little, you hear the voice of two women talking.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let them know. It's booby trapped back here. I can hear a couple women inside. If I do open this, chances are a shotgun is going to go off. There's no more stealth about it, so I'm going to wait until you're about to wreck through the front. So that noise can hopefully cover us getting that door open. And I want to be off to the side now, and maybe use my sword length to be ready to pop the door open that way.
All right. X, do you wait floor below, or do you wait at the door as well?
I'll wait at the door as well.
Okay. In one swift motion, Raven, you push on the handle of your sword, The door swings open, and you hear the loud bang.
So wait, are they going in before or after we ram?
Same time.
Okay, at the same time. So you're waiting for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, the sound effect isn't all that great.
That's
Well-
a shotgun loading, not a shotgun firing.
No, there should have been a shotgun firing, but the
there
sound
we go.
really isn't that loud. So the shotgun goes off, and at the same time, you hear tires screech as the armored RV rams through the gate. So, we're going to have to go through initiative order just to make sure things are, going like clockwork. So, let me know what your initiatives are.
Raven is 14.
14.
Oh, I rolled a 14 too.
Man, we're dice twins today.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
winning hard.
13.
White.
I'm still a passenger at this point.
Yeah,
so
he's in the truck.
I figured I don't have an initiative.
No,
Or
but
do you
it's
want me to roll it for a future?
yeah. Roll it for the future.
8.
Thank you.
Well, then, since since we have the highest initiative, then definitely we'll hold our turn for that car wrecking in to pop, so we can try to perfectly align the shotgun sound with the car wrecking in. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll consider like initiative begins when the car rams in.
Okay.
So that way, there's a loud noise from up front, loud noise from out back, and then you can all go in. One thing I will ask Trins is to make a drive check, please.
Mm-hmm.
Because, it's all fun and games until you lose control of the car.
I
Just
would like to.
still make a noise.
I would also like to say that she has activated the NOS system and she has the combat plow. Just for your purposes.
Yes,
Nice.
that's in the Nomad thing, right?
It's also in vehicle combat
Yeah,
for
vehicle
ramming.
combat.
Oh, good. Okay, because I am in vehicle combat. Okay.
I feel like I need to be saying ramming speed and
Oh,
then
yeah.
try and put the seatbelt on very frantically.
18.
18?
Mm-hmm.
Cool, you can even do a jump.
Mm-hmm. And then we add, and the NOS adds 3d6 to the combat plow damage.
And how much damage does the combat plow do? Because I know a regular vehicle is 66.
Mm-hmm. And the combat plow adds 2 to that.
So that would be 11d6.
No, that
8d6.
Wait, didn't you say the NOS adds 3 and then the plow adds 2?
yeah.
Oh. So it adds 5 to the 6. You're right. 11d6.
So
Yeah.
that's 11d6.
So please roll 11d6.
Do the double sixes count on this?
I think that fence is screwed.
Oh yeah, no, the fence is gone. Like I'm not even checking for the fence.
You're checking
11d6.
on if I kill anybody as I do this.
The building.
31. I rolled like crap on that too.
And no double sixes. Shit. So no crits.
So
That's still a lot though.
Mrs. B and Reno are going to attempt to dodge because what the fuck? There's a ramming.
They have to beat my drive.
Yes, which is arguably a lot.
With their evasion.
Yeah, their evasion is 7. Oh god. Yeah, 15 and 15 and 21. So one of them will dodge out of the way. Choose which one. Do you want the Reno or Mrs. B to dodge out of the way?
I feel like Trins would be more upset and offended at the fake Mrs. B than the fake Reno.
So you run over the old lady.
No, I run over the person impersonating my friend who gives me really good cookies.
So we'll say, for the sake of this, that when you ram through the fence, you know, the car is here. Well, the truck they were working on is here. Mrs. B was on this side, and you're coming that way. So you definitely squish her between your car and their car, which now that you're very close to it, you realize that they're taking this van down and repurposing it to look like the combat RV.
You don't touch my car! And I think at this point, to make sure that she's heard, because, you know, she's very loud, she's gonna sing, Benedict, please play playlist number 7 through the speakers. And at this point, Creedence Clearwater Revival starts playing out of the speakers of the combat RV.
Which song?
Ooh, there's a bad mood on the rise.
I am not allowed to play these songs, so here, have some Sirenscape combat music.
That starts, but I figured that's kind of really loud and obvious.
So, with that tremendous amount of noise, Raven and X, you are up. With the door open, you would notice, Raven, that in front of you is a corridor. There is one door to your left. The corridor extends for about 6 yards before opening up into a larger room, which takes up the entirety of the second floor. The voices came from somewhere in that room before.
Can I see up ahead of what's in that room?
You would notice straight ahead from you, there's a couch that's facing the wall to your left. But there doesn't seem to be a TV on the wall.
Okay. And the door to my left, right?
Yeah, you can, like, even with your foot or your arm, you could kick it open. It's a standard wooden door.
I still want to try to be somewhat stealthy, because, you know, we kind of hopefully covered up that shotgun sound with the front, and everyone's thinking the noise is coming from the front. So can I just, like, lightly check that door? Is it locked? Can I peek in that room?
It is unlocked, and it is a washroom. There's a disgusting toilet in there, and a sink facing the toilet that is just filled with like used inhalers.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna close that door, kind of cringe a little at the disgustingness of that, and I guess try to, you know, stealthily move to the end of the corridor where the room opens up, and try to get a better view of what's in the room.
When you move up there, you would see that so you're in the corridor, the room opens up ahead of you. If you peek to your right, out of the corner of your eye, you can see that right against the wall against which you lean is a small kitchenette. There is a table with a few weapons in. You don't know exactly how many, because they're all taken down into pieces. Someone was definitely going through and, like, washing it and making sure they were oiled and all that. So that's that. Beyond the table, now throwing themselves at a window that overlooks the parking lot, are 2 women. Let me just get their description. One of them is a tall woman. You see her from the back. She has half of her head shaved. The other half is just long purple hair. And the other one is a short woman dressed in dirty coveralls and lead-lit hair. And they're just looking out the window at what's happening.
Okay, and we don't see anybody else in the room?
Nope. In fact, the only other thing of note in this room is next to the kitchenette, you can see the railing of a staircase going down.
Okay.
So it seems like this...
So there's actually like a fire escape or something outside of that window?
the window that they're looking out of?
Yes.
No, it's just a window.
The stairs are
just
in
a
the
window.
room going
Yeah.
down.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. So, Justice Mime is really angry because they're clearly impersonating the members of his crew. So he's actually going to stalk right up behind the fake Trins and throw her out the window.
Raven
All
will
right.
follow. I'll go. Follow his lead and try to sneak up behind them.
You, what's your movement, Raven? Just out of curiosity.
6.
Okay, yeah, there's enough. You're fast enough that you could, even if you wanted, break stealth and rush fake Jinx.
I'll look for Justice Mime's Q. So we can kind of do it at the same. There's 2 of them.
Yep. You're both acting on the same initiative, so it's easy enough for you to sync yourselves up.
That's true.
Run past the couch.
Dice Twins worked out for us.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
right.
I will need all of you to give me a brawl check, and you can add a +4 to that.
Oh, I really feel sorry for fake
I got a
Trins.
17 and then 4 on that, so 21.
12 and a 10. You bum rush the 2 girls, and I need to check the rules for pushing someone, but I think it's like...
Wait, but I just need to clarify something.
Yes.
Did Raven get a 21?
Yeah, I got a 21.
We both
So
got
did
21.
so did Justice Mime.
Oh, you
You're
did?
twinning again.
What the? What is going on?
That is fucking awesome.
Yeah. I think at this point, Raven and Justice Mime should just be holding hands throughout all battle. We fight holding hands.
They move like those Cobra twins.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's awesome.
Man, what were their names again? No, now I gotta look that up.
Yeah. Not Sander and...
Tomex and Zamut.
Okay, normally it would be your dex in range, but I don't think that makes sense right now. So we're gonna go with what is your body? Is your body at least a 6?
Yeah, mine's an 8.
Justice Mime?
Mine's 8 too.
Body twins too.
So, are you sure y'all are not using the same sheet? You bum rush the 2 girls. Their bodies are flattened, like pressed against the glass. The glass shatters, and the 2 of them are sent tumbling down. Back in the RV, Mr. White and Trins, well, Trins, you would see yourself being thrown out of a 2nd-story window and breaking your bones on the pavement. And
That's just a cheap imitation, and your hair is not the right color. Oh my god, can't you even get the little details right?
And the same goes for fake Jinx. The 2 of you have cleared the 2nd floor. So far, there will not be any retaliation from them, that's for sure.
I think Trins just pushes a button on like the loudspeaker. We are now prepared to accept your unconditional surrender. You have until the count of 6.
Well, it's your turn, so do you do anything else but that?
She's gonna turn the wheel and spin it and see if she can knock this vehicle further.
You could probably push it against the other fence, like bring it all the way to the end of the parking lot. That, if you're lucky, could potentially take fake Reno with it.
I don't think she wants to move. Like that's the thing, is she doesn't want to leave the general area in front of the building, because she wants to provide the fast exit for them if they come out the front door and need to hop in the van. So she's gonna donut in the parking lot.
Oh, okay.
To just donut to knock this vehicle out of, as if it knocks it out of her way, or I'm assuming that unless the combat plow didn't shove it out of the way, but she wants to donut so that she's prepared, pull it so that the side door is actually facing the side of the building.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought you meant you wanted to do something with the other car. Okay, you're just prepping your
I'm prepping for the escape route.
Okay. Yeah, that is not a problem. What's your well, roll me a drive check just in case.
Okay. Oh, no, that's not the right one. Oh, no, I can just do this one. For 20, and I feel like the music has to change.
Yeah.
The feel of her upset has made it. Started with Bad Moon Rising, and it's now going to shift to I feel like
I Feel Like a Woman by Shania Twain.
No.
No. God, no. How are you? No. I'm thinking something a little angrier, a little ooh. Full on Aretha starts belting. And she's pissed because they don't respect her, so Respect starts playing through the sound.
As you're about to donut in the parking lot, fake Barry, the portly man with the blue glasses, whips out a shotgun and aims specifically. You would have rammed this way, so you're donutting, so yeah, he aims specifically at you, Trins. What's his
Ooh, no.
Shoulder?
If we're gonna go, I have to comment, Godless. Not Freebird. If we're going Skinnerd, it's gonna be give me 3 steps.
Well, as you change the music, he definitely hits the car.
Yeah. Hit my car. Hit my armor-plated RV.
Well, he doesn't know that the windows are
Bulletproof?
Yeah.
Come at me.
With an 18. What's the armor on that bulletproof glass?
The car itself is 60. I want to know what I don't remember if I think everything is the same.
The glass might be
No, glass is different. Let me check.
Yeah, but it's still the bulletproof glass.
So it's plexiglass.
Yeah.
I'll get
doing
it
a
in
full
a
glass
second.
seal.
Alright, there it is. Bulletproof glass, it's 30 HP. So it doesn't shatter, but it makes, it spider webs all across it as the pellets hit the glass.
Well, it's not going to spider web because this is the
Oh, yeah.
windshield.
Yeah.
So it's like, you put things in my windshield, you schmuck!
And that's going to be his turn as the door to the building swing open. And out of it come Ah, yes, of course. Dr. Carver. And Dr. Carver, so for Rob, picture like a Ripper Doc who's also a severe alcoholic. So, you know, failed doctor, but also never quite like a bad version of the scientist from Back to the Future. What was his name?
I was just gonna say, Great Scott!
Yeah, basically.
That's so funny. Yeah.
But he does have a crossbow in his hands, and he aims at one of the tires. That's a -8 for the tires, so it's just going to be a d10 plus 2, and he has to hit a 13. Yeah, no, the bolt goes flying, ricochets off the asphalt, and he immediately throws the crossbow down and goes to draw a pistol. Inside the building, Raven and X, you would hear someone shout upstairs. Well, someone from downstairs shouting up the stairs. A deep, booming voice says, "Jinx, Trins, get your ass down here." And that would be White's turn.
I think White is gonna be, because he has absolutely no ability to do this, he's just gonna, like, this is amusing to him now how pathetic this whole scene is. So he's gonna climb up in the turret and just lay down suppressive fire all over the parking lot, because he doesn't actually think he can hit anything, but it's now feels like a game to him.
So basically, you're trying to hit something, but it'll end up being suppressive fire nonetheless.
No, he's actually doing suppressive fire. Like, just spraying the area. And that is in the rules, I saw.
Suppressive fire. So it's an action in 10 bullets.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 people are out of cover right now. So they have to make a will plus concentration. You have to roll reflex plus auto fire.
Okay. That's going to be comical, because I don't think it's going to be very high. Nope. All right. It's about as good as my initiative. Oh, except I got a 7. Yes, there we go.
Well, one of them has less than 7 because I rolled a fumble, but the Barry with the shotgun, the guy with the glasses, will not be phased by your poor attempts at aiming, whereas the doctor is going to seek shelter immediately inside the building and close the doors behind him.
That works.
Raven and X, from your vantage point, you would see in the parking lot Mr. White just laying down suppressive fire. You hear the bullets hit the bricks of the building, some of them doing some heavy damage. You know, you've heard the voice coming from downstairs. You know there's at least one more person inside. What do you do?
The stairs, when we noticed them, do they just go straight down? Do they curve around?
Nope, they go straight down. It's a straight straight staircase, about like, what is it, 12, 13 steps.
Okay. Can I tell, does the voice sound like it's right there? It's at the bottom of the stairs?
Yeah, it sounded like someone leaned over. Well, I shouldn't lean out of camera. Leaned over and just shouted through the stairwell.
Okay, can I pop that frag grenade and maybe toss that at the bottom of the stairs?
Yeah, you can. I forgot I gave you a frag grenade for a moment.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for that. I'm just gonna toss it down, but I don't want to throw it so much that it enters the room by any means, because I still am looking for Lola. I kind of want to just toss it so it's within that, 10-meter area at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah, basically you're aiming for like the last few steps.
Yeah.
So your check would be an athletics check, right?
Yeah, athletics to throw it. 13.
13.
And yeah, before you tell me what it is again, so I'm going to drop 2 luck into that.
Okay.
I just want to really make sure it lands right.
Oh, yeah. One of the house rules that we use is you don't have to spend your luck before I tell you.
Oh, okay.
So even just in case it happens again, if you find out you missed but you have enough luck, you can spend it after the fact.
Okay.
Where are my grenades?
It'd be the heavy weapon DV chart, unless he has a reflex 8 or higher to evade.
Oh no, he doesn't have reflex enough to evade.
Yeah, then it would just be the DV chart for heavy weapons.
All right. How much did you roll again?
13, and I can put a couple luck into it.
Because the DV would be a 15.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, 2 luck, so 15.
Right. So
I knew I said that for a reason.
The grenade, you lob it down the stairs. It bounces off like the 5th step, and then will detonate right before it hits the floor. Can you roll for damage?
Yeah. It's not loaded. What's the damage for a grenade?
Grenade, I'm looking into it. I think it's the same as a grenade launcher.
Yep. Grenade and grenade launcher are the same damage.
So that's 66.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not in the...
28.
Ooh.
And I got 3 6s. 28.
Nice.
Awesome.
Okay, ow. So there were 2 people downstairs. You said 10 meters, right?
Yeah, I think grenade is a 10-meter radius on a success, right?
Then could you roll 2d6 for your crit, please? It's just for flavor.
I have a macro here loaded
nice.
in for my crit injury if you want me to roll for body or head.
Please. That would be body crit for both of them.
Okay. Yeah. Broken arm, paramedic DV13. Broken arm cannot be used. You drop any items in that arm's hand immediately.
So the shrapnel from the explosion will actually shred 2 of their arms. So one is his left arm, the other one is his right arm. You can hear the screams of pain of 2 different voices coming from downstairs. The loud booming voice from earlier, and another slightly higher in pitch, and then you hear almost immediately after, as the screams die down, the sound of 2 bodies hitting the floor.
Nice. Raven's gonna look towards Justice Mime and just give him a wink, kind of grin like.
I mean, even with their armor, they had 24. So, rip.
Justice Mime is just gonna go do this. and then he will sort of like cautiously walk down the stairs to check it out.
Down the stairs, you notice 2 people that are dead. Brigham, the Mormon that lives on the 2nd floor. And, one of the Anderson boys.
Do we know?
I mean, Justice Mime wants to care, but
I like how you put that. He wants to care.
It's Maurice, by the way.
Yeah, that's funny.
oh, well, all right. Is there anything else around here?
Oh yeah, because you're downstairs, and you're not sneaking anymore, are you?
No.
I think that grenade gave us away. I think we can.
Looking around, you would see that this is it used to be a clinic. It has been burnt down. There's severe fire damage inside. The walls are darkened with soot. Most of the equipment has been reduced to nothing but slag. To your left, a hallway goes a couple of meters to your left and then turns to go towards the front of the building. You see that there are a few doors on that side. It seems like it was the examination rooms before. And to your right, you have a similar hallway. There is only one room from which you can hear muffled noise, like a voice. And the corridor, similarly to the other one, turns and goes towards the front of the building.
So we're kind of like down a center stairs and it like curves around to the front of the building or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah,
I used my action. I'm just following Justice Mime at this point. We both hear the noises coming from that one room.
Yeah, it's oh well, Raven. It's Lola's voice.
Oh, okay.
You would recognize it anywhere, and muffled because something's gagging her.
Okay, I'm gonna quietly message that to everyone, so they all know, like, I can hear Lola. We've located her.
All right.
Behind a door.
Okay.
That would leave Trins in the no, sorry, because Justice Mime only walked down the stairs, so you would still have an action if you wanted to take it.
He will open up the door or check out that room where the noise was coming from.
It's an old examination room. There's a broken down X-ray machine, CT scan, I should say. Tied up to the machine is a girl. Actually, Rob, would you mind describing Lola?
Yeah, Lola's a young woman in her early 20s. She's short, whereas Raven's tall and kind of muscular. Lola's more short and seems a little more, I don't know, dainty or petite, but she's definitely rough. You can kind of tell she has, some battle scars, some visible tattoos. She has a mohawk, but it's usually pulled back. So she's small, but she's tough.
And in the room in front of her, using her as a punching bag, is Jimenez. Not Justice Mime, Jimenez. And now that you've opened the door, you notice that Jimenez has earbuds listening to music. And he's quietly whispering Eye of the Tiger as he uses Lola as a punching bag. And she has duct tape over her mouth. And she is, tied up to the upper part of the CT scan. And from time to time, you can see that she tries to kick him in the shins. But, he's really using her as, like, target practice. He uses her kicks to dodge, bob and weave. Jimenez, you are a professional fighter and an artist. This guy is not a boxer. And this guy is not a warrior. He's just a psychopath.
Well,
this is for the body pillow thing, isn't it?
I will not confirm nor deny these allegations.
Do I have can I take an action here, or?
Well, opening the door and looking inside would have been your action. But
okay.
You can definitely relay that information to Raven behind.
Yeah, Raven's pissed when she hears it and realizes what's going on. She can't wait for her next action.
Then we'll go rapidly to Trins.
Drins is just hanging, spinning donuts with this combat RV, and not really caring if anybody happens to be in the way of the tail of this particular RV at the moment. And she may have instructed Mr. White to hold on, because she does have a NOS system.
Well, what we can do is, since you're not particularly aiming for Barry outside, you can definitely, you can roll drive, I say, with a -8. He'll try to dodge. If you still hit, it means you accidentally hit him while doing donuts.
Okay, so I'm rolling a -8?
Yeah.
Or is he rolling the -8 to dodge?
No, he's gonna roll the regular, regular
Why
dodge.
am I getting a -8?
Because you're not, unless you're actively trying to hit him.
No, but I'm trying to drive. And
Yeah?
not lose control of the vehicle.
Yeah, it's just, it's to simulate the accidental part of it.
Okay.
Or just gamifying how, how close you get to him by pure accident. Yeah. So no, this time you're doing donuts, and he basically backed up enough that he's out of range of the RV. He's not going to put himself in harm's way. However, Mr. White is laying suppressive fire. Barry is not impressed by this. Carver goes back into the building, shuts the door. Barry levels his pump shotgun at Mr. White and will fire away. And a 16 would hit. Mr. White, you are in the turret, which means that you get a little bit of armor. From,
I thought we had full armor on the turret.
No. The turret's not armored. We haven't gone through that before. But that means, because there's still the railing and the gun itself, I'll give you an extra 10 points. So you have like a 10 HP that'll be soaked up by the railing and the gun.
And I have an armor rating. I have heavy armor.
Good enough. It's gonna be a 25 with a crit.
There's no way for me to evade this, to just drop down?
You would need a reflex score of at least 8 for that.
Gotcha.
So basically you take 15, I don't know what your armor is.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how pellets are going to do that much damage from that far away. Shotguns don't have a good range.
I know,
They actually
but
lose power as they go. That's why I'm confused.
game-wise, it's all the same.
Gotcha.
Mechanics.
That's fair. That's fair.
So 10
Just
off
trying
the
to wrap
top
my head
from
around
the...
it.
What, and your armor, you have heavy armor?
Yeah.
So an additional, what, 10? 12? Well, no.
No.
Light armor jack is 11, so an additional...
I think I have 16.
Oh yeah, nothing of this is getting through.
What is it, your heavy armor jack that you have?
It's it's that full suit that we had. I got it repurposed from season 1. His style. So that was, it had the helmet and everything.
Yeah, it was the heavy, give me 2 seconds, I'll let you know.
I thought it was 16 is what I had written down, but I don't know if that was jumpstart kit versus full. I've never had to use it since.
That was a heavy armor jack that he had. So it was a 13, actually.
Okay, 13.
It might have been higher during the,
Gotcha.
with the jumpstart. So you basically take, like, 2 points of damage. That's not the worst.
No, it's nothing.
The worst
body
is 11. The crit that occurs. Basically, he hit you on the hand. And some of the pellets, while not chopping your fingers off, did crush your fingers as you were holding on to the assault rifle. So until you fix that, you have a -4 to all of your actions involving that hand.
I'm moving down and taking care of that. Period.
All right. Well, it would be your turn now.
And that's what I'm doing.
Okay. It's a DV15 for surgery if you want to treat it immediately.
Shit.
Well, roll another D10. Who knows? You might actually succeed anyway.
Nope. Yes, I will, because I will blow my luck.
All right. How much luck did you have
5.
left? 5. So all 5 points in it.
Yep.
You're not mortally wounded.
No.
Oh, okay, but the treatment is 4 hours. So what we'll do is we'll treat it as a quick fix first. It's fixed for now, and whenever Mr. White has an hour, you'll succeed.
Fair enough.
But for now, at least, you've taped your fingers together, made sure you weren't bleeding. They're just
And
dark
you'll
blue
hear-
and purple.
You'll hear White's voice saying, "Kill every last one of these motherfuckers. I don't care anymore."
Oh, I forgot to mention, the two of you inside Raven and X, another figure will run up to the stairs on their turn and be completely dumbfounded when they see you. You notice, the two of you will know who it is. It's Mr. White. And he's wielding a katana.
Yeah, because that's Mr. White.
And he is completely surprised to see that you're not the people he came looking for. That would be back to Raven and X.
Okay. We're at the front of the door that he just opened to see himself beating on Lola.
Exactly.
Where's the guy that ran
The
up?
other guy's coming from the other corridor. So he's about 5 yards away from you.
The Bizarro Mr. White?
Yeah. It's Mr. White, but the color scheme is reversed.
Yeah, exactly. As I'm saying, it's Bizarro. Let's see.
So Jimenez doesn't like the fact that there's someone who looks like him, and now feels the need to assert dominance. So he's just going to walk up right without any sort of stealth to it, and he's going to grab fake Jimenez, and he's going to do the Tiger Driver 91.
Please describe to us people who don't watch wrestling what this is.
So he's going to basically kick the guy in the gut, hook both of that guy's arms, and lift him up, and then drop him on his head.
Ow.
Yeah.
Ow.
I mean, there's kind of a safe way to do it, but Jimenez is not going to.
Yeah, I don't think you care about the safe way right now.
No.
All right, let me just check the DV to beat fake Jimenez. That would be a 14.
So am I rolling brawling and then I have to roll the throw, or am I just going to do my straight up melee attack or melee attack? Yeah.
Because you are... This is a throw action, right? You still need to grab him first with your first attack. So that's... Brawling, yeah, you definitely grab onto him, punch him in the gut, kick him in the gut, grab both arms, lift him up. His earbuds go flying. He is utterly confused, and I think a little bit so is Lola in a way, because a mime just came in to punch the shit out of the person who was beating her.
Looks like him.
That looks like him with makeup.
Yeah.
And then roll for your throw. Oh, actually, it's not even a roll. It's just you do your damage.
Oh.
And it's your body stat, so it's just body stat through armor. What's your body? 8, you said. He is dazed. Fake Jimenez is dazed and a little confused, but otherwise still itching for a fight. Raven.
So is he on the ground? Like,
he's prone on the ground,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. Let me just check. How far away did you say this guy is?
So from the guy on the ground, you are 2 yards away. You can easily just quick step up to him. And the other running at you with a sword is about 5 yards away.
Okay. Yeah, I guess the guy with the that's 5 yards away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hit him with the let's see, my very heavy pistol. Or no, I've got. He's only 5. I can move up on him and I'll do the sword because then I can get 2 attacks on him.
All right. He will attempt to dodge your blows. However, even you as an experienced solo would realize quickly that he does not look like he's used to fighting, period.
Okay, nice. I mean, I got a 19 on the first swing.
Oh, no, wait, that was melee weapon. My bad.
Yeah, melee. I did melee.
11 on the first attack.
Nice. My damage is 13, and I still... So that would be 15 damage.
15, all right.
Yeah.
He's already quite injured. And he has... Okay, the second... I rolled a 10. Yeah, second attack, you're going to have to beat a 22.
I just rolled a 22.
Then that works.
Yeah, because I'll put a point of luck, because I know that it goes to the defender on
Yeah.
tie. But I still have 2 points of luck. I'll use one of them to put me over and make sure I land that.
Good enough. And then roll for damage.
12.
12, that's 8, and that fake Mr. White is down. You impale him on your sword, and in one quick motion, retrieve the sword from his guts as he just clenches his stomach and looks at you through the very cheap mirror sunglasses, falls down on the ground, gurgling.
And in the spirit of my wife who would play Raven like this, I'm going to look at him and say, like, you look like him, but you're lacking the cigar. I have a little bit of attitude. And give this sort of twist. I know she would like that.
The body twitches a bit as you spin the sword inside the wound. Trince outside.
That schmuck shot my friend. I feel that that's rude. That is very, very rude. So she's gonna... I'm gonna do something that'll be totally crazy and stupid, but it's totally Trince and it makes sense. So as she's just pulling the wheel to keep spinning donuts, she's gonna try and fire her taser out the window at Bathrobe Barry.
All right.
So I will attempt to hit the schmuck who shot my friend.
Mm-hmm.
That seems mean. Oh, it's only a 10.
Nah.
But wait, no, wait.
Oh.
I will dump. What is it? I will dump all 5 of my luck into that to hit his ass.
And a 15 does hit.
Cool. With my taser.
And if you're spinning, I might shock and then yank them along a little bit, right? If it's barbed.
I've hooked the fish.
Yeah.
I've gone fishing with a taser. Oh, what's the thing? Oh, never mind. Come back to it. What
66.
Yeah, 66. So 19.
Not enough to
And-
kill him, but definitely enough to shock him almost to unconsciousness.
Well, I can't kill him anyways. 'cause
No,
it's
no, no,
not
but
lethal.
like to make him pass out, though he is now hooked by these sort of like pins, and as you keep driving, turning, spinning, I should say, you feel the length of wire of the taser getting more and more taut. It's
Can I just push the retraction button?
you know if you retract it, it's not gonna be like the tension in it is not enough to pull him closer.
Yeah, but I don't want to break my wires.
Oh, okay, yeah, you can absolutely do that.
Still hit the retract button, and then keep spinning. And it goes, I hit him, and he got electrocuted. I'll try and do it again.
So with a fake Barry almost dying to whatever carnage is happening in the parking lot, he's actually going to use his whole turn to try to run away from the parking lot. He, shotgun in hand, hustles towards the hole that you created in the fence, and that leaves us with Carver and fake Jimenez inside. Carver, no sign of him for now, but fake Jimenez will use his move to get back up from prone, and we'll try to punch real Jimenez. How about that?
I mean, he can try.
Okay, he doesn't have any penalties yet. Oh, that's not supposed to roll like that.
I'm rolling evasion, right?
Yeah, you're rolling evasion. I have a 13.
18.
He tries to go for a hook, misses, and since he has a rate of fire of 2, we'll try to go for a stomach blow for the other one, and rolls an 18 this time.
Okay. We'll take that shot.
Oh my god. I finally get to punch Jimenez. It's my body. God damn. Well, are you armored, Justice Mime?
Yes, I am wearing light armor jack.
You take 10 points of damage.
Really?
Yep.
Is that halved through the armor?
I
Yeah,
don't-
Wait, does he have martial arts? Because if he has martial arts, that gets reduced severely.
He doesn't have martial arts,
Yeah,
by the way.
regular brawling, then the armor should be
Stop
full.
it.
Yeah, it wouldn't stop it. That's jumpstart. But full red brawling can still do damage when you're wearing armor, but it doesn't. It's not half armor at that point. It's the full whatever your armor is.
Yeah, I'm trying to find
So
it
your
here.
armor jack is 11 armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, a brawling attack does not ignore half of the defender's armor.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's just your full armor, so I don't remember how much you got with the leather jack? The armor jack?
11.
It's 11.
Oh, okay, so you take fuck all. Nice. God damn it. That brings us to White inside the RV.
I'm triaging my hand. That's more valuable than anything else.
All right. Then we'll go back to Raven.
If that fake Mr. White is done, can I scoot back into the room and just
Yep.
because I could run over and just help finish off that guy that Justice Mime is dealing with.
Yep.
He just tried to punch him. Is that what just happened, right?
Well, he did punch him, but you notice that Justice Mime did not react to the blow.
All right, yeah, I'll just run up behind him And let's see. I guess I'll just drop the sword so it doesn't take an action. I'll pick it up when I'm done, and grab my very heavy pistol. And if I can just go right up behind him and try to do a headshot. How many meters is he? Like, how close is he? Would I be able to get right up on him?
He's 2 meters away. Well, no, you
okay.
You moved to meet the fake guy halfway, fake white. So let's say he's 4 meters away.
Okay, so it'll take my full move then at that point, because I have 6. Or no, half of it, yeah, because it's...
Yeah, 4 out of 6, yeah.
Meters. Yeah. Okay, cool, yeah, then I'm going to get right up behind him while he's trying to fight with Justice Mime and try to heavy pistol him in the back of the head.
So that's a, you doing a called shot?
Yeah, it's aimed, but, and there, I guess there's no, I mean, I'm right up on him, but there's really no rule on that.
It just makes your DV, like, he can't dodge it anyway, but it makes your DV very, you know, the lowest it can be anyway, which would be, I think, a pistol. Yeah, it's a 13, even point blank.
Okay. Well, I've got my my +1 to the attack, and then I'm gonna drop that other luck in there too, my last luck point.
All right.
And as he's doing this, Jimenez sees it, but he's going to actually crouch over and then put his fingers to his ears.
Yeah, I rolled an 18, so that would be a 20.
20 hits.
-8, right?
20 minus 8, that would be a 12.
Yeah, because it's called shot, right?
Yeah. Do you still have a point of luck?
No, that 20 was with luck and my +1. Yeah, I rolled an 18.
I mean, for 1 point, you're right next to him. Like, gun to his head. Why don't you go ahead and roll for damage?
Okay. $18.
Have you ever seen a watermelon explode?
I've seen Gallagher. I've seen that.
It's, yep. There is a shower of blood and eyes as the head of fake Jimenez explodes.
Raven looks over to Justice Mime and just says, "Sorry," as it rains down onto him.
He'll just stand back up and just shrug and wipe the viscera off.
And with that, we're gonna remove initiative as the last.
Trin's messages to the two of them. Be right back, because that schmuck shot at Mr. White, and Mr. White says none of them live, and he tried to run the fuck away. But I have a NOS system on my combat RV.
Run him down.
I'm not gonna make you roll for it. It's an out-of-shape guy trying to outrun a car. You roll him over.
That's what the combat plow is for, to make sure he doesn't get his blood spatter on my car.
Yep.
He also dinged my windshield.
He did. And inside, the last clone or poser that Jimenez would recognize as Carver puts his pistol down and raises his hand and says, "Look, all right, you got us. I'm just, you don't kill me, I disappear, all right? And I get this redone, okay?"
Jimenez is just going to do his patented flying knee into that guy's face to knock him out.
Raven, you hear a crack even coming from the other room. And the body of another person hit the floor. I will wager that you free Lola from her bonds.
Oh yeah. I've I'll pick up my sword, cut her free, get the gag out, and she's much smaller than me, so I easily can pick her up or at least help her get out.
All right. We'll to conclude this mission, we'll fast forward a few hours later, back at the apartment. White has had time to fix his fingers. They're working just as new. It was just mostly enormous bruises. Trins has fixed the windshield of the car. And you stand once again in White's apartment, accompanied by Raven and Lola.
Well, that wasn't exactly what I expected.
No, but we got it done, and I really appreciate it. I want to pay everybody, so I'm going to give the 1,500 over, and give my direct contact to my agent, not just the area I live in, to the team. And anytime you guys need help, I'll return the favor. And yeah, just hit me up anytime. I really appreciate this. And I imagine Lola will probably do the same. Lola is going to look to the team, obviously beat up, but she'll say, anytime you guys need help or you're in South Night City, just know you have an alliance with the Willow Sisterhood.
Duly noted.
White, I figure in the hours that passed, your professional professional expertise would have kicked in at some point, and you would have noticed that Lola has multiple broken ribs. She took a heavy beating, but...
Oh, I would have fixed everything.
Yeah, I was going to say, without making you roll, because even if you...
Nobody leaves my care that beat up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I super appreciate that, because like I said, my team is off on their side hustle. Our med tech won't even be back in town for about a week, so this is... Seriously, you're going above and beyond. We really owe you.
I'll break into my stash and I'll hand it to healing stems. One a day. You'll get back on your feet fast. After everything's set, of course.
Yeah.
It's my own special concoction. They work well.
Yeah, it's a... Do you still have the stats, White?
Yeah. They're... I'm grabbing it again.
So, Rob, yeah, we used... Before, when we had the Jumpstart kit, we used past Cyberpunk 2020 books to create drugs. So, if you want to use them in your game, Raven will see how they work. And...
Right past it.
Nice. Yeah, while Mr. White's taking care of Lola and patching her up too, Raven's gonna tactfully mention, because she is up front, she's not shy, she's just gonna mention, you guys own this building. It'd be nice as well if, say I'm in this part of town, I have a room to crash in once in a while. I spend most of my time on gigs, and I don't really have a place of my own, so I do kind of rely on different people in different parts of town. It'd be kind of cool if I can revisit, maybe if I need a place to crash.
Sure, we can put you on the 8th floor, across from Kava.
No, let's not do that.
No, that's right. That would be mean.
That's my room.
No, you're next to Kava.
We are dice twins.
And now apparently roommates live with it.
Big spoon.
There are more than 2 apartments on the 8th floor, and technically Jimenez lives next to Carver's apartment, not across the hall.
I thought he lived at the other
he
end
lived down
of
the hall.
You do realize you have a whole floor that is completely empty.
Yeah, but nobody wants to be on the 7th
fifth floor is being... No, that's the 5th floor. The 5th floor is being converted into my hospital when I leave trauma team.
That's already begun. We haven't mentioned. It's like Trins has started pulling down walls. It's a thing.
Well, Trins is the only person that lives on the 6th floor.
That's not true. Gina lives on the 6th floor, and so does Mark.
Seventh floor is Jinx by herself.
Anyway, as they argue over which floor to put you, I think
but
that's...
there'll be an apartment. Don't worry.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
Suddenly there's a platter kind of appears in front of you, and Mrs. B says, "Welcome to cookies." This is why I was very upset.
Yeah, Raven definitely eats some cookies.
It's your you get your body back plus 3.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, the stims, not the cookies.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah.
So it's one a day, otherwise you overdose.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just need to.
But
Yep.
it's like a healing boost.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, cool.
So on that note, we will fade out on this side mission and conclude our evening. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you to all of you players for being here tonight. Thank you, Rob, for joining. It was a lot of fun. And if you want, I can send you the notes that I have about the tenants of the apartment. So if you ever have your crew in that part of town, and if you want to share what you have about the Willow Sisterhood,
I will.
we can.
Yeah, I love how the slammer aligned ironically. I mean, literally our last session this past Tuesday involved the slammer that fixed all that. So that worked out. And you know, everyone watching, like we totally didn't even plan that little part.
Nope.
That was really cool how that worked out. But I do love how the other things kind of align. And now, like, you know, you guys can use that alignment with you know, the Willow Sisterhood. I'm going to let my team know, and Raven, like, anytime she's in that part of town, she can stop at the apartment, you know? Like, I think it'll be fun to have a little crossover.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, we might have a player drop out. He's got a job out of town sometimes. So it'd be cool maybe if one of you guys does a crossover and comes over sometime, if that happens. And we'll try to match up some story stuff. That was a lot of fun.
I am all for a shared Night City universe.
Yeah, that was so fun. Yeah.
That would be amazing. So before we leave, I'll do my spiel at the end. We'll go through everyone. Let us know where they can find you on the internet, and if you have anything you want to plug. We'll do the same order as we did the intros, so we'll leave Rob for last. By the way, Rob, you can type any links that you want in chat. So if you want to let everyone know where to find you, you can do so. But we'll start with Trent, and we're going to go counterclockwise on the overlay. So Deirdre, where can we find you?
Hey all, you know me. I'm at Deirdre on Twitter, and Praxcorth has me for you see me around on Twitch, and this was so much fun. Thank you, Rob, for coming and playing. Thank you all for putting up with the crazy that is Jinx in behind the wheel of a car, trying to be a distraction. And as for me, you can find me tomorrow over on my channel with the wonderful Jimenez and Nino for the regiment, the wonderful campaign that I've been running over there for drama, tea, consequences. It should be very interesting. I'm looking forward to it. And then on Monday, you can find me over on Encounter Roleplay at 3 p.m. Eastern for more For the North, A Song of Ice and Fire campaign. And then I'll be back. And then in the near future, I don't think it's this week because it's the holiday in the US, but in the near future, Witcher will be back on Laugh Love Lindy, but then I'll be back here on Friday for some more Cyberpunk Red. Catch y'all later.
Chris, what do you have going on? Where can we find you?
Well, you can find me here on Fridays for Cyberpunk Red. You can find me every other week on Action Fiction's channel for another group going through going through Castle Falkenstein. It's called The Falkenstein Affair. It's an all cosplay show. So that's not this upcoming Monday because we were just on this Monday. So it'll be 2 weeks. That's the 30th is our second episode. Come check us out. It's a wonderful cast doing, well, a very fun kind of role play. The chemistry was, so good in that first episode. Just everybody, bam, right together. So there's that. And then keep your eyes peeled. Things are coming, but it's probably closer to the new year when we'll see some information about Omens Rising being shared with the public. So look for that. That's a narrative-heavy, character-driven RPG that uses cartomancy divination as its core mechanic, and it's set in a world that is, I guess you might call it science fantasy. You mash up a bunch of really cool anime and JRPGs and things like that as inspiration, and then you put together 30 plus contributors from all different walks of life, and you get a very vibrant world, and that's what you're going to see.
Nice. Jimenez, where can we find Jimenez? Anino, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Anino Gaming. Let's see. Trends already mentioned my one of my streams tomorrow. Simon will probably mention the other one. I don't really have anything else to plug right now, so that's it.
All right. Well, that leaves us with Rob. Where can we find you?
Yay. The main site is cyberpunkuncensored.com. I put my links in the chat there on your Twitch. Cyberpunk Uncensored on Twitch, Cyberpunk Uncensored on YouTube. We also have the Cyberpunk Uncensored Discord. I'm doing every Tuesday Cyberpunk Red live stream. It's my ongoing game, my wife, a bunch of friends. This Saturday is our first monthly one-shot that I'm doing, where I'm cycling in different players. I have different industry people, some celebrities that are going to make appearances, just lots of variety with that. The second Saturday of every month, we do the live GM Roundtable, which is a lot of fun. Simon's going to be there next month in December. Other than that, the main thing I'm plugging right now for everybody is on the Cyberpunk Uncensored YouTube. Every day I'm putting out a different crash course video about the different mechanics of Cyberpunk Red. I've already taken all my little mini combat ones, put them together in an ultimate combat video, and then I have individual videos on IP, how to make money, different role breakdowns and role abilities, and just every day a different one. So anybody out there trying to learn how to play Red, if you want to check out those crash courses, they should help you. They're real short and sweet. I talk off the top of my head real fast. I get right to the point, so it should be very helpful and not a lot of fat. You know what I mean? Other than that, I'm into filmmaking and other things as well. So look me up on a personal level too. That'd be really cool. But yeah, thanks so much for having me. I had a really good time.
Well, thank you for coming, and I hope we can see more of you and Raven in the future. Thank you to all of our sponsors, Magen Press, Roll20. Thank you to Found Familiar. Thank you to Artelsorian Games. Check out Cyberpunk Red. It is now out on DriveThruRPG and ArtelsorianGames.com for the hardcover. You might also want to head down to your local FLGS to pick up a copy of it to encourage local businesses, and also if they're part of the Bits and Mortar program, you get to have the PDF for free if you purchase the hardcover book. I would also like to thank our partners, Level Up Dice. You can find me tomorrow afternoon, and also I was gonna say Jimenez again. Also Anino over on twitch.tv/levelupdice, though they, if I remember correctly, they rebranded the name, so that will be posted in our link tomorrow. I think it's Level Up TTV now. I need to confirm, but I'll provide the link in our regularly scheduled tweets for the game. We're going to be playing Scion tomorrow. So last week the players got a visit from their divine parent, and Anino is about to get his ass kicked by his dad. So you might want to come and check this out. And then we'll be back here on Monday for some more D&D with Rime of the Frost Maiden. On that note, ciao Chumbas. Thank you for coming.
Hey.
And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Take care.
To me, you're